Most digital wellness platforms rely on a hidden exchange. To access the tools, you provide the raw material. Your personal emotional data is harvested to build behavioral profiles, target advertising, or train foundational AI models on the back end. This interface diagram highlights the core problem. Standard practices conflict with the baseline requirement for psychological reflection. Honest practice cannot happen if you feel watched. DunbarrioSolo operates on a radical mandate, private by default, containing zero broadcast mechanisms, public feeds, or follower counts. To map your relational energy accurately, you need an ecosystem severed from the social graph and advertising incentives. This blueprint outlines how privacy is engineered. First, AES 256 encryption secures data at rest, keeping keys separate. Second, row-level security ensures strict database isolation. Third, absolute data autonomy guarantees a subscription-only business model, removing the financial incentive to broker user data. The system provides an honest baseline, avoiding promises of impossible magic or total cloud infrastructure separation, but it guarantees control over what happens inside the vault. We can verify these claims by deconstructing the lifecycle of a single journal entry, from its creation to its permanent deletion. These three protections form the vault, a digital environment secured to support deep relational practice. The process begins when a user writes a directed journal entry, called an embrace, on their local device. In a standard software integration, sending this unstructured text to an AI provider carries a risk. The text is absorbed to train future versions of the foundational model. This diagram shows the ephemeral edge function pipeline. Secure text reaches the AI solely to generate a brief character response. In this transient mirror, private text exists in active memory just long enough to respond. Immediately after, a memory wipe destroys the data payload. Throughout this exchange, API keys never touch the user's local device, eliminating a major vulnerability vector. Because of these boundaries, private journal data is never used to train foundational AI models. This ephemeral pipeline provides the data sovereignty required for deep journaling. Clinical results, such as a 51% reduction in depression symptoms, are earned through the honest practice that can only occur when the user knows their words are private. For the data the user chooses to keep, journal entries, weekly narratives, and conversation histories, the text undergoes cryptographic transformation. Before any sensitive field hits the active database, the text is scrambled. The system applies AES 256 GCM encryption to secure the stored text. The decryption key is stored in a separate physical location from the database itself. As a result, the active database holds zero readable text. It contains only encrypted ciphertext. Even in the event of a catastrophic database breach, bad actors extract nothing but mathematical noise. This mandate covers all longitudinal tracking and AI-generated weekly weave narratives. By separating the keys and encrypting the data at rest, trust is converted from a corporate promise into a mathematically verified guarantee. This interface proves that true privacy requires user data autonomy. You set custom retention timers, 30 days, 90 days, or forever, and text is automatically wiped upon expiration. The system guarantees portability via full ledger exports. Finally, when you leave, you click the Delete Account button. This triggers an immediate, irreversible hard delete protocol. Your credentials and journal entries, your ledger history, and all progression data are erased. True ownership of an emotional practice means you hold the power to permanently erase your digital footprint on demand. All of these technical safeguards, the ephemeral pipelines, the encryption, the hard deletes, rely on the financial architecture of the application. Scraping data and building profiles are symptoms of an ad-based monetization model. This pricing matrix removes that incentive structure. The app's financial health is tied to its utility, not the sale of data. The three tiers function as a transparent exchange of currency for escalating AI processing power and relationship mapping. The American Psychological Association has warned against utilizing free AI wellness tools because they often operate on undisclosed data flows. An application can only protect your relational energy if absolute privacy is economically viable. From the moment you write an entry, the text travels ephemerally, sits in cryptographic storage, and remains subject to your retention and deletion limits. Generative AI offers clinical benefits for emotional regulation, but it must be strictly contained. Honest relational reflection cannot survive under the threat of surveillance. or the suspicion that your vulnerability is being monetized. This final diagram shows why DunbarrioSolo achieves its clinical mandate. Relational science and cryptographic safety are inseparable. Without a secure environment, the practice is performative. Without the practice, the security is useless. Vulnerability requires a vault. The vault consists of ephemeral processing, encryption with a separated key, and a hard delete button that works. Security is the